In honor of Women's History Month, we're proud to share this video interview with Marlena Sessions, who is the director of NovaWorks, the regional workforce development agency based in Sunnyvale, California. Previously, she was the director of the San Bernardino County Workforce Development Department and the senior vice president at Grant Associates. After beginning her career in direct service, Marlena held several positions at the Workforce Development Council of Seattle-King County, culminating with her role as its chief executive officer for 9 years. Marlena holds a bachelor's degree from Whitworth University and a Master of Arts in Organizational Leadership from Gonzaga University. Marlena, you recently assumed the position of Director of NovaWorks, an employment and training agency for job seekers. Please tell me about your current work at NovaWorks. Also, what do you find most rewarding about this new job?
I came to NovaWorks, which is located in the Silicon Valley, in November, and I was very attracted to this public workforce system and workforce board because obviously we're in the heart of innovation here in the Silicon Valley. But I also see, based on the pandemic and some of the challenges we've all felt over the last couple of years, there's definitely a population here that's left behind. So I'm excited about the innovation options for the workforce system here in the Silicon Valley, but I'm also very excited about the challenge of looking at, for example, San Mateo County. San Francisco Airport is in that county, which is part of our region, and they suffered something like over 50,000 layoffs last year, most due to airlines. So there's definitely a historically excluded population here, which most people don't think of when they think of the Silicon Valley. So I'm very excited about that. NovaWorks is a great fit for me and excited about the challenges ahead.
What has been your greatest achievement in your career thus far? What helped you to succeed?
You know, I've had the privilege over a long career in workforce development to everything from testify in front of Congress several times, help purposefully mandate and move forward federal legislation, innovate local workforce systems in lots of areas of the country. But those are more privileges that I was in the right place and called upon to do those things. As far as accomplishments, I really believe that every day, if I get to be part of a team that helps people find a better life through work and a better job and a career pathway, and if I can find employers find talent as part of a team like I'm doing here at Nova, then that's a huge accomplishment for me. So I just want to keep doing that in my career. What's helped me succeed is really the staff that I've had the privilege of working with, again, in many cities, now in Sunnyvale, California, but in Seattle, Memphis, Tennessee, New York, Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Austin, lots of different, San Bernardino County, lots of different places. And everywhere I've gone in our field of workforce development, I've been pleased and amazed and grateful for some great talent and passion about the work of workforce development.
What advice would you give to the next generation of women leaders?
For women leaders, I would really say, as you're coming up in your field, whatever your field of choice is, and that includes the very important field of raising the next generation of children, I would say be easy on yourself. Know that everything will fall into place the way it's supposed to. And you know, this concept of having it all, I really question that, at least having it all at once. You may get to have it all in your life, but it may happen in different sequences, in different orders than you plan. So just trust that you will have the capability with the support system you can develop to make it happen.
Which women, either living or deceased, inspire you the most?
I really want to talk about Frances Perkins. I don't think we talk about her enough in our workforce development field, and she was such a champion. So certainly the first woman cabinet member during the FDR New Deal era of our history. But even prior to that, she was a real fighter for women's rights. She herself, I think, was impassioned by witnessing a horrible fire in, I think it was something like 1911. After she had just fought for some 54-hour work weeks, mostly for women and children, in a shirtwaist factory, she she witnessed this tragic fire that killed many of those same people she had been a champion for. So as a workforce development professional, I'm always thinking about Frances Perkins and how she was so far ahead of her time. We can thank her today, even in 2022, for many things like Social Security, some of our workforce legislation. I'm sure she was in the midst of back in the 30s and 40s. Longest serving cabinet member in our beloved Department of Labor. Whenever I go to Washington, D.C., I get very excited to go to the U.S. Department of Labor building or the Frances Perkins building. So really like to think about her in Women's History Month.
Finally, Marlena, what can people do to celebrate Women's History Month?
Hey, to celebrate Women's History Month, I think gather the women you love around you, whether that's colleagues or aunts, mothers, nieces, daughters. In my case, I'm going to take my 22-year-old daughter, Isabel, out to have a sip of something and toast each other, toast her. She's the next generation. She's actually in the STEM field as a software engineer in Mountain View, California. So I want to support her in any way, but I think it's time for us to make a toast.
Thanks for watching this interview with Marlena Sessions. Be sure to watch our other video interviews celebrating Women's History Month.